welcome back. Thanks for being a guest on the show and talking to me this time.
Oh my gosh, thank you for having me. I feel I'm dreaming right now.
No, my God, what are you talking about? Well, I mean, your album's out. Are you excited about this?
I'm super excited.
It's finally out, yeah. Do I call you Rosé or do I call you Rosie?
Whatever is comfortable. My friends and family call me Rosie.
Okay.
And I've made this rule where if you know like 80% of the lyrics on my album, then you can call me Rosie.
All right, perfect. Then I'll call you Rosie. Okay. Yeah, I'll call you. Yeah, what? Of course, yeah. When you were a kid, did you ever dream that you'd be this big of a star? I mean, you're big. You're big. I mean, I'll go into the numbers, but yeah, I mean, you're just going out there just dreaming. Did you realize it could be? You're international.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, I don't even know what to say. Yeah, well, I grew up in Australia, and so it always felt like it wasn't really much of a possibility for me to like be a singer. So I never really dreamed of it. But I do remember like singing till like midnight every day, and my dad eventually just kind of like sent me to an audition because he kind of, I think, wanted to kick me out. And
he could hear you in your bedroom just singing?
No, just like in the living room with the piano.
In the living room?
I just like sing till like midnight and like fall asleep like on the piano.
No way. So you had it in you?
I just like, it was form of entertainment because it's really boring. Just, Australia's really quiet.
So, oh my God, no.
It's like,
but then when
much to do.
When did you learn guitar?
Around the same time.
You did?
Yeah, YouTube was kind of like hitting off back then, and like all these YouTubers like online, they look really cool, and so I was like, I want to be like them, and just like picked it up.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you remember your first guitar?
Yes, I do. It was blue. It was $70. My dad bought it for me.
Yeah.
And I remember it was a cheap one, so like my fingers hurt so much. And
That's how you learn. That's how you learn.
Yeah, but I was like crying because it was like really cheap, and like my fingers were really hurting. And so like I remember I got together all of my pocket money that I had saved up my whole life. I was probably like 14 by then. And I got like, I still have it. It's like still my favorite guitar. It's a Taylor GS Mini. And so, yeah.
So you take that guitar and that's how you auditioned for Blackpink?
Yes.
Do you remember the song you played?
Yes, I do. It was around the time Jason Mraz had released a song called I Won't Give Up. Wow. And I just learned it, so I was like, I did it.
Did you realize right there after the audition, you go, I got this?
Not at all. Not at all. I walked in like, I thought it was a joke. I was like, this is funny. I'm not going to get it at all. And so, and like my dad and I had flown all the way from Melbourne to Sydney for the audition. So I was just like, might as well make some good memories. And so I kind of went, hi.
and just.
I did it and I was like, bye.
Yeah. And then cut to.
They called me, and I'm like, what's happening?
You're going to be in one of the biggest groups ever. Yeah, and now here you are with your first full-length solo album. Congratulations. Did you always know that you wanted to call her Rosie?
No, actually. There was like a big debate. I have a song called Number One Girl, so that was initially like the rough idea, like maybe we'll call it Number One Girl, but then, yeah. So like Bruno actually tried really hard to convince me. He was like, because Rosie was one of the options, and he's like, it has to be Rosie because your friends and family call you Rosie.
He's brilliant, Bruno Mars.
Yeah, he's been a great mentor and friend.
Yeah, we love him. When you also produced this, but also wrote every song in this. How do you land on a lyric or a song title? Does one lyric come to you first, or the title come first?
I think like stories come first. Just like we would just chit chat and like. Do
you write them down or record them on your phone or something?
I jot down like a bunch of ideas, and sometimes I like text my like songwriter friends, and so like it's just like phrases and words that kind of pop up, and just anything you want to write about and like kind of get off your chest. I think that's how I usually do it.
Does it ever get confusing if you're just sending someone just a title like, why don't you love me anymore?
No, I've done that before. No, I've done that before. I texted Michael Pollack. He wrote a few songs on my album, and I'd be like, for example, I'd be like, how dare you? And he'd be like, excuse me? And I'd be like, oh,
how dare you?
Yeah, we have to write this next week.
We have to. Let's talk about APT. Congratulations on this song. It's giant. The music video has... Half a billion views. It's the #1 song on the Billboard Global 200 for 7 weeks now. It is a massive, massive hit. Can you explain where the idea came from for APT?
Yeah. APT is a Korean drinking game that I like. I kind of I remember when I turned 20, my Blackpink, the girls in my group, they got like all the alcohol we could get. We're like, we're gonna drink tonight. It was the day I turned 20, legal age in Korea to drink, and yeah, like that kind of started, and we'd like play drinking games, and APT was one of them.
So APT is a drinking game.
It's a drinking game.
Now, can you? I have a shot of something.
What is that?
I think this is soju.
Soju.
This is soju.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Can you teach me the?
Yeah, sure. So just
Aparte?
Aparte means apartment. So you're basically stacking floors of the apartment.
Okay.
And if it's your favorite game, then you will call out the number.
Okay.
And we'll stack, like after the chant, we stack it, and then whoever lands on that floor takes the shot.
Okay,
it's very simple.
Now, I have to say that it's my favorite game first?
Yep, we'll sing it like, it goes, Jimmy's favorite game. Game start.
Okay, ready?
And then it goes, apate, 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 and then you do this.
And then
Does everyone want to join in the...
Yeah, we can do this. Yeah, everyone, you want to yell that part?
Do you think I have to repeat it?
All right, yes.
You ready?
Yeah, let's sing it with us. Ready? You go.
Jimmy's favorite game. Game start.
Apate, 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 apate. 3,
1.
2.
That's you. 3.
All right, here we go. Cheers to your new album, Rosé. Smooth. Rosé, everybody. Her new album, Rosie, is out now. Rosé performs when we come back.